Why do people use the term river bum? It really refers to those who are one with the river and with the river rocks. You have to embrace it rather than fight it, and so really only a select few could consider themselves river bums. And you know, even for us, I think last night was where that became official. You have to have, it's kind of like a trial by fire, and once you go through it, then you can call yourself a river bum. Are there rules of the river? Be one with the river. This is the only rule.
Technically, it was late spring, but the days felt like full-fledged summer. Harper and Mowgli were trying to stay cool inside during the day, and at night, we were heating things up outside.
We do need to have some of those kind of nights.
It's been good.
It was life out in the rural highlands, and the hills were alive with a richness that can only be appreciated when you take the time to get your feet dirty. And so that's what I did. I grew up in these hills along the riverbeds, but I spent a good amount of my adult life living in a more urban town. And since we bought an old house and moved back to the hills full-time last year, it's been a natural shift to slow down and spend more time in the places that make me happiest. Even on days when I'm clocking long hours behind the computer screen, battling a deadline, I make a point to sneak away and spend time on the water. I've been working harder than ever before, because I've got a lot to pay for with this old house and everything that comes with it. I was in the middle of a massive overhaul on our crumbling driveway, along with building a bunch of level utility and parking areas to give us more usable space.
Oh, no. Man.
And between all the projects and work, there were other fun things brewing.
Shucks. Had 'em.
So I am very excited for this because GoTrack's already changed my life in the past, and this is basically, I don't exactly know just yet, but I think it's like a mountain bike. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Man,
I love the rack on the front. I'm gonna have to get another crate for the back. This is an insane...
all right, a couple things I noticed right off the bat. Build quality is excellent. Listen to the kickstand sound. It's like a sword sheath or something. That's so satisfying. I think you get 7 gears, huge tires. Turn it on like this, hold the power button under there. Oh yeah, the thing moves. Really nice gearing. It feels like it can just go forever. Handles the bumps well. Brakes are super solid and responsive. Go over this hard gravel, no problems. Stuff is super slick. So this is the GoTrack's Alpine, I believe. Back in the fall, they sent me, I think it's the FX3, something like that. Those are amazing bikes. I rode them all fall, and even through the winter, and have been riding them a lot this year. They're perfect. And the other thing that's really cool is that they're affordable. There's a lot of e-bikes out there that are pretty expensive, couples of thousands of dollars. You can really get up there, but GoTrack's has a quality product that's actually affordable. I love this bike, the utility of it, the racks, the look. It looks super clean, all black. And I gotta say, I'm just impressed. If you want to learn more about GoTrack's and all the electric transportation that they have, I'll put the website down in the video description below. Thank you to GoTrack's for sponsoring this video. This is a very natural and honest partnership. I love these things, and I'm excited to show you what I do with them.
I was gifted a lot of beautiful weather during the driveway project, and I spent many long days working until dark, doing everything I could with my little machines. It was a lot more work than I imagined, a lot more material, a lot more money, and a lot more time. But I was doing it right. I was doing it the way my best friend John taught me when we built my cabin driveway together, and I wanted to make him proud when he pulled in for the first time. I was building up the area for our chicken coop at the same time, which was something Allie and I had dreamed about for years. Slowly but surely, we were cleaning this place up. At the moment, it was a mess because we didn't have great storage space, but that was all about to change. And the garden Allie and I built from scratch this spring was already starting to produce small bounties. And our little kitten Harper was recovering very well from her surgery.
Harper! Harper, look.
Oh, jeez.
She was eating like a little piglet. Her energy levels were high, and she was bringing us endless joy. Her favorite toy was a ball of paper, which fit in the budget well. And we went to a benefit gala where I produced the main video, which was pretty cool.
They don't like to see the ugly. They try to protect themselves. Some of the kids are just desperately underfunded.
And after weeks of nagging, I told my best friend John we could finally transport an early 1900s sawmill to my property that a local farmer wanted to pass on. Looking at all the pieces lying there, it was hard to imagine it set up and working. But the farmer has an identical one that he uses often, and he said he would help us get it set up come fall if we end up getting to it. Our good friend Jack showed up too, who I hadn't seen in a while, and it reminded me that it was about time to have a pizza night at his pond and hit the rope swing.
I've already paid him $5. What'd you do? You're about to see that you're gonna be like, perfect world. I'm a sucker for old things, but I gotta say that I'm gonna be blown away when I see this old thing cut a board for the first time.
This has got to be loaded like this way.
I don't know what way it's gonna fit.
We're gonna have to block it up a whole bunch. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, John. If I can't pick this with this, we're bringing it out with the excavator.
All right.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
He wanted to steal the blade because it was so perfect.
Yeah.
Following up in this thing. Because I don't see how this is going to do. It doesn't have long enough curves. And the curves is a pot. It works perfect.
on one afternoon, I took Noah for a tour around on the bikes, and he said how there's nothing like experiencing these hills in the open air.
That's a big boy. What's up, brother?
And it's these little bits and pieces that stitch together a memorable summer. And this was right around the time the cottonwoods started to blow. I was running back and forth to the hardware store, collecting everything we needed for all these projects. And I stopped in at the little red house where I grew up to check in.
Do you want to come in and hear a cut? That's pretty cool. They were all from Minneapolis. Okay.
And I kept sitting and thinking, fine-tuning my plans for this driveway and daydreaming of how it would feel to have it finished. And we had our best friends over for dinner as the summer quilt steadily stitched together.
This is the best part when it's
Wow, that was really good.
And one of my biggest concerns with this driveway was drainage. I wanted a nice crown with ample options for the water to flow off and away so that the final mix would stay in place.
So water is still getting into the basement when it rains a lot, and I believe it's because the way the yard is shaped, basically it gets flat before the drain, so water just pools in the flat area, and I think it soaks all the way down. I don't know if there's a footing drain on this or what. Basically, I want to make the yard an even slant all the way to the drainage that we dug last year. And then we shouldn't have any more water problems. I didn't want to use any soil that I'm digging up here because it's got Japanese knotweed in it, and I do not want to introduce that into the yard. But this section doesn't have the knotweed. I should have enough dirt around the property that I can do that with just dirt. But we're about to find out.
With all the various to-dos around the property, there was a lot of forethought and coordinating that went into every decision, as there were often opportunities to kill two birds with one stone. One of the first main objectives on the actual house itself was to stop water from getting in, and that meant that we needed a new roof and had to stop the basement leakage once and for all.
so we didn't have to park our car there with too much stuff for the bikes.
Boy, does it make a difference when you're working in the mud. You got a little bit of rain. Makes a huge difference. I was dumping these loads no problem yesterday. I didn't get stuck once. Now I can't even make it up. But that's all right. I'll just get to digging the drainage ditches and scoop the dirt tomorrow once it dries up.
I was getting real sick of spreading those big stones with the little machines, but I was real close to the final stages. After an entire year in the mud, with it caking our cars and our shoes, with everyone from friends to the FedEx guy afraid to drive up our driveway, I kept thinking about how life-changing this transformation would end up being. And that thought, and the vision of the final product, is what kept me going relentlessly forward. But even though there was plenty work to be done, there was life to be lived and ephemeral beauty all around us to enjoy.
This is it, life's not infinite, it's the only chance we get, so why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Will it click? Looking for the next new fix. Is this the new kind of sick? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? They say they have the answers, but no one's getting better. Say they have the answers. It's always pay to enter. And isn't life funny? Make some money, spend it all to feel less crummy, and think that we've made it. Think that we've made it. Well, what else? Sit by ourselves. Think about the hands we're dealt and all our guilt. Think that we've made it. Think that we've made it. They say they have the answers, but no one's getting better. They say they have the answers. It's always pay to enter and how much more do I have to give? And how much more do I have to give? And how much more do I have to give? And how much more do I have to give? This is it. Life's not infinite. It's the only chance we get. So why are we waiting? Why are we waiting?
Look at, are those pine needles or cones forming? I think they're small.
You almost have a fire today, huh? What? You're crazy. You're a crazy little girl. What do you think this thing is?
And I kept coming back to the river, where the tiger swallowtails were chasing each other in the sunlight. And the wildflowers were taking the hills by storm.
Did you want Mowgli to play with you? Oh, jeez.
And then came the day where the final mix started showing up. And I was finalizing the drainage and making sure everything was just how I pictured it. It's wild what you can do with the right tools. Things I never would have dreamed I was capable of are becoming my everyday life, and I owe it to my friends for teaching me and passing on life-changing knowledge.
Axle seals, axle seals. Everybody needs axle seals. This guy needs front axle seals. This guy needs rear axle seals. It's gonna be a big axle seal festival here. Crying out loud. This is one of the last times this driveway is gonna look like this. Got all the final mix in place, ready to be spread. All the low spots filled decently. There's a lot of material around, and I'm almost done with the drainage. I gotta go get more of this 1.5-inch stone for the drainage ditch, and then they're gonna be filling this area up with final mix this afternoon. It's gonna be close if I can finish tomorrow. I got Jared coming up with a roller, so we're gonna have most of the material we need and at least get a good base coat packed down, but might need to add more. We'll see how it goes. But I just got to finish this last stretch of drainage right here. Actually, this whole side. I've got the other side done.
And then the big day came.
It's so simple.
Such a simple machine.
Does it just have like one button for vibration and non-vibration? That's it.
That's it.
Jared and dark-haired John showed up, Allie's little sister, Allie's parents, and even my mom and my niece at one point. It was a heck of a Saturday and a real memorable hoot, and I couldn't have done it without everyone.
Right now it's in second.
We almost finished that Saturday, but not quite. And just before dark, Jared and I rode the bikes to the jungle to see if we could wrangle a fish.
What do you have to do?
The old one. The old one.
The older goat track, not the new one Trout just got. The older one, and then this is a good spot. If we go up a little further where the beaver is, that's a good spot. There's a fish. There was a massive fish right here.
Dude, they've been rising the whole time.
All right, well, let's get the poles out. What are we doing? Please.
Ain't that?
I'm gonna throw. You can get only 2 black ducks a day out of those 6. I don't know. It's actually very complicated. The waterfowl regulations.
Yeah.
Like, I just got more good feeling about it. Yeah, that's a duck. Black duck. I don't want to be like you and your first cast of the year is a snag. Come on, Otter.
Wish I had more runway.
No problem for the Go Tracks.
It's not gonna be quick.
Yeah, but I could probably have it plugged in while I'm riding it.
We could put it in the crate, yeah. That'd be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny.
And the next morning, Jared met me back at the house to finish the job.
I cannot believe this is my driveway. Jared, thank you so much for your help. Thank you to everybody that helped. John, Amber, look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. It's better than I even pictured. It's better. This is unreal. What a project. Oh, it looks so good. Unreal.
Dude, it looks so good.
It's crazy.
Hey!
Oh, one last thing.
Oh, I can't turn.
Oh.
A problem.
Oh, it really isn't. It's gonna move around a lot. But I just wanted to do this for a long time. Look at the brook trout.
Wow.
And when the weather showed up, Noah and I pounced on a day we'd been talking about for a while, but we had no idea the impact it would have on us.
You are perfect. It's a perfect landing too.
All sandy.
We rode down the old roads to some swimming holes I had scouted out last fall, and we planned to spend the whole day on the riverbed.
Tell us where to go, my good friend. We're building a fire on, like, this is a perfect spot. The colors are...
The pure, boyish joy of this day will never fade from my mind. For now, the river was our home, and due to spontaneous decisions, for a lot longer than we had initially planned.
Way deeper than it looks.
I grew up jumping rock to rock, building fire pits on sandbars, catching trout on garden worms, and skipping stones. My soul lives in the riverbed, and there's no place I'm happier. On this day, Noah and I tapped into something very special and very important.
They're trying to catch a fish, but they can never catch a trout, and they live on a stretch of river like this.
Yeah.
We were completely free. We never even checked the time the entire day. We chased the golden embers, and I tried every honey hole on top and underneath, but the trout knew we were there. We weren't planning to stay out that night, but the projects back home were tackled, the fire was warm, and we couldn't let go of our freedom just yet. And it was in that moment where we decided to use our towels as blankets that we knew what we had become.
That's the thing about this place.
Never gives you what you want, but only what you need.
That's right. Just as it should be.